Hello. It's Thursday. Where's the birthday girl? Sizzle. She's outside. I'm just coming, Carlene. Come on, Sis. Right, I've lost Larky and Penny. Go me. Right, hopefully they'll come back. Sizzy! Right, keep an eye out for the dogs.
What am I keeping my eye on?
The dogs?
The dog?
Yeah, I think they've been upstairs with Janine. There you go.
Oh, dog. Okay.
Sizzle! Oh, here they come. Oh!
Ah,
Hang on. Sizzle in.
talk about high tech.
Larky!
Hello. Yes, dear. We found everybody. Sizzle's such a good dog.
Larky!
Yes, you can get in your bed now. She's very pretty. She's very pretty. Get in your bed. Why don't you get in your bed? Want to get in there, bed? No, she doesn't want to get in her bed. Uh-oh. I just had a fiasco around here. I wear a whistle so I get somebody to help me if I've fallen down or whatever. If I need help, and I needed help in a personal nature, and I blew this whistle and I got nowhere. And Janine was out there blowing the leaves around with a thing on her back, and she couldn't hear anything. Finally, Elizabeth, I got her on the telephone. That was terrible. But I blew this whistle. It was very loud. Now they've all gone someplace else anyway. And it's 3 minutes after. It's 3 minutes after 5. And we're off schedule again. Yesterday we were off schedule because of about the only thing that I would go along with, that is the hay needed rescuing. They baled a whole bunch of hay, and they had to get it in the barn, and there's just no other way other than get people to throw it in the barn, so they did that, and they ended up not having an air call. I had no idea why, and I was very annoyed.
Right, you ready?
I say so.
I put your dogs in the ICU because if I have to have the door open, I can't keep an eye on the dogs at the same time. So,
This is high tech for you.
it's high tech, but it seems to still be working, so that's good. That's all we need.
Come on, Sizzle.
Okay, so you have 2 letters there to open.
I have 2 letters,
Hi, baby.
and I actually think I have
They're open. Carlene, they're open.
I know, but my eyeballs aren't.
Well, that's a you problem.
I gotta find the glasses. I do know that Penny ate a pair of glasses last night.
Great. Let's not use those ones.
I thought somebody gave me a pair of glasses. I don't know things. They look very nice.
Can I lift this up?
What do we got?
Not under there? No.
No.
Okay. Right, Sizzy. Watch out, peeps. Good girl.
We have 2 very nice glasses. Letters. I had glasses here earlier.
And no glasses. How can this be? Yeah. No.
I would comb my hair. That would be nice. How could I lose glasses? How could I lose 2? Actually, I've had 2 pair of glasses today, and I thought, how odd, because I thought I was down to 1 pair.
Have you got any in your pockets?
No.
That's problematic. I am not seeing glasses anywhere. Oh, dear me. Right. Okay. There are no glasses.
Sometimes the computer, there's one over there.
No, there's none by your computer. That's where I checked first. There's none in your bag.
No.
Oh, look, there's a pair on the ground.
Where?
On the floor.
On the floor? Oh,
Yeah.
great.
There we go.
Oh, great. Oh, great. All pairs.
Okay.
Two lenses.
Yeah, don't lose them.
Where?
That's the glasses.
Penny is an eating one.
Oh, that's
And
not so good.
They're very expensive. They're 5 pair for $15.
Well, could she eat the cheap ones?
Right. Okay, so here we have D. D. She's getting her thyroid fixed, right? The thyroid fixed?
Yes, she's in. She's living with her sister at the moment because she's out of rehab.
She's out of rehab.
Yes,
That's a good thing.
that is a good thing.
Yeah. Get out of there. Quick as you can. I don't wonder. I don't know. What do you say with that well? She's got pretty flowers. Oh, she's got pretty. Okay. Carlene and Protein. For 10 henny pennies and a hay bale. 10 penny hay bale. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Dee.
Thank you very much.
That's really going to put that so it doesn't go away.
Where would you like it put?
Huh?
Where would you like it put?
In the bank.
Yes, but where would you like it put until the bank's open?
I have that green box over there.
Okay, we can do that.
Are you got- are
I'll
you
take
looking
that.
at-
Yep, I'll pop it in.
Okay. You know, I realize, as I'm sitting here blowing my whistle and getting nowhere, that my only friends in the whole world are all these people. I don't have a whole bunch of friends that call on to help me and things, except for all these people that help me all the time. And that one goes there. And this is for Elizabeth and Jean. This is a month's donation, thanks to you. Well, isn't that nice?
Thank you very much, Dee. We appreciate that.
We certainly do. Here you go.
I'll go and
There are 2 of them. You got the both of them.
and look, beautiful cards with hummingbirds. Yes, hummingbirds. I'm going to pop these where you want them.
Here's another very serious problem I have is there's no scrap basket. And when there's no scrap basket, you end up just throwing them someplace.
I'll take that. You've checked them?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so today was Thursday all day, and
Today was all day?
all day.
Oh, God.
It's not finished yet either,
Oh.
but it was beautifully cool.
Cool. It's cool today. You've got a sweater on.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I actually went out in a wee skinny t-shirt this morning, and I was filling all the hay we got in last night. So there was a lot of hay, loose hay on the ground. So I went back to go and scrape it into hay bags this morning, and I thought, I'll wear a t-shirt. Oh my goodness! I came home and put a jumper on. It was colder than I expected. So it must be chilly if I've got a sweatshirt on.
I know. It was really bad. At any rate.
So, Janine took the dogs this morning. She went out to do the job.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many she saw. Do you know how many she saw?
26?
26.
Something like that.
Because I forgot to ask.
That's was more than I expected because that place usually has just a few in a room.
Right.
But this time they had everybody all lined up.
Ooh.
All lined up. That's very critical.
Or maybe the popularity is growing, so people.
Well,
maybe the popularity is growing, so people anticipate the dogs coming.
well, you know what? She does a strange thing, which is fun. You have to get at it again. She'll come in and put a white square in the middle of the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll go around and give everybody a number,
Mm-hmm.
and put the number on the square on the floor, and then we bring out the one chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a miniature chicken bingo thing,
Yes.
and whoever wins it gets one of our pictures.
Mhm.
It's very nice, and it's fun,
Yes.
and it gets these people, perked up a little bit.
Mhm.
Really, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Very, very much so.
Yes, you got to get. It's the background of all this stuff that we take to these places. It's just getting it all lined up ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think of the tires getting air and hot tires.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly.
And if we're gonna go take an Elvis with us, how many tires is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 tires.
8 if we take Elvis in the stock trailer.
Stop there.
Yeah.
And the car.
Yes, because there's four in the car, and then there's 4 in the trailer.
Right. How many in the trailer?
4. The stock trailer has double tires each side.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Then we also have to.
Very recently had 3 tires.
Oh.
I forgot exactly what happened to the 4th one.
And sometimes
Who is that person?
Tori,
Huh?
Janine's friend.
I know her.
Yes, you do. They were at school together.
Who?
They were at school together.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So tomorrow we have going out the baby goats, and what else did Janine say she was taking? She's taking the baby goats and a donkey or 2.
Oh, there you go tomorrow.
Don't know.
You know, the best work we got on the whole place is, I don't even know what her proper name is. Lynn, it's Cloud.
Oh yes, Linda.
Linda.
Yes.
She keeps that stuff going straight, and we are so lucky.
We are exceptionally lucky.
She does such a wonderful job. She should have a star in the middle of her forehead. Anybody got any stars? She does a hell of a job.
She certainly does.
And I'm told she gives me a list of where we're going at the beginning of the week.
She does. It comes through on a Sunday night on your email.
And I don't get it.
Why not?
I don't get it. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't understand. Like yesterday. Okay, let's talk about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
When you call off mail call because of pay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Yeah, you say you sent me an email.
I didn't send you an email. I was told to go to Meredith.
Nobody sent me an email. And I had no idea.
I think, did Janine not say to you she was leaving?
I had no idea what was going on. All I know was all of a sudden I had nowhere. So as I'm sitting there with nowhere to go, thinking, I got an awful lot of stuff here.
What kind of stuff?
Well, stuff that has, if anything happens to me, all this stuff that's packed in these places, somebody's going to have it to get it or get it out of here or throw it away or whatever. And I immediately thought of my ropes. Okay.
Yes.
I have quite a bit of money in ropes.
I know.
And the different size ropes and stuff.
You need to teach somebody how to do it.
See, that's what I'm, okay, so, okay, who?
Don't know. I've tried it.
It's not something easily done.
No, it's not.
But it's something that I got thousands of dollars in ropes.
It's also a dying skill to be able to do that.
Yeah,
And it's a super skill to be able to pass on.
yeah,
Because it's a wonderful thing.
yeah. Right. Now who do I pass it on to?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I did try. I came to one of your workshops.
Somehow I think you're a little off course. I thought of Jake.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered if he could do it.
Yes, we can ask him. Yep.
I didn't know quite a bit. I mean, in that one 5-gallon bucket alone,
Mhm.
full of all the brass stuff,
Yes.
rings and hooks
And the marbles. Remember the problem finding the right size of marbles.
marbles. Well, that's the problem with the whole thing, is finding the correct size for whatever you're trying to do.
Mm.
But I should be teaching somebody. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
What about Bella?
Oh, sure, Bella.
Because that would be really useful for her to make harnesses and lead ropes for the dogs.
Yeah,
You know, because you can customize it all.
true. True. I haven't heard from her lately, but it's tough to try and put a whole thing together,
Yes. I know.
you know. Any rate, I got kicked out of the way yesterday. I was really annoyed.
I actually thought about putting you in the car, but it was hot in the really hot in the car, and it was quite lengthy. Yeah. Because it was so warm yesterday. Yesterday was what was it yesterday was up at the high 90s.
Yeah?
Not pleasant.
No. That's just the time hay would be done.
I know it's really unpleasant.
Well, it was lucky it got done now because the hay is here. Trying to get the hay done this year has been hectic because of the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We haven't had 4 days of hay drying weather.
No. And it's lovely hay. It's really nice hay. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Heavy bales, I might add.
I don't think I couldn't drive.
Well, you know, the funny thing was, when it was coming off, because it's on the hay tractors, you know, the big hay tractors, so there was 3 of those full of hay bales. And when they were being thrown down, one of the bales that came down, and Kate said, "Is that one on fire?" Because this big puff of smoke came out of it. Unfortunately, it was just dust, but it was so hot outside, every bale of hay felt really very warm.
Wow.
Because it was just so hot. So I think that was just a dusty one that gave off this great big puff of what looked like smoke.
Well, that makes me worry because, you know, that hay is not supposed to produce dust.
No, but I think it'd probably been down in the sandy ground. Yeah. So, but it was only one bale, so we sort of like stuck our hands in it and pulled it apart a bit. But it was fine. But it's a heavy job.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah, a really heavy job. So it's in. So we got 500 bales into 4 stalls, and countless hay bags filled.
And what?
And countless hay bags filled with all the loose hay,
Yeah.
because we collect all that as well.
I tried to tell Janine to give him that extra hay
Elevator.
elevator.
Yes.
And she didn't even mention it. She gave it to somebody else.
So,
It gets heavy.
but it's one of those jobs that we didn't do it last year. The owner and his and then the other people who live in the farm very kindly did it last year. So we went to help this year, and I tell you, it's one of those jobs, probably a bit like childbirth. You know, you do it, you think that was horrific, and then you forget, and then you do it again next year. So it's a heavy job.
Heavy job, and it's not something you stay in sick.
No.
It's a once-a-year deal.
Well, but you know the thing is, you know the people who work for the hay companies, you know, the grain companies, they throw the hay, as you know, from the ground up.
Sure. They
don't use the hay elevators. But honestly, the wear and tear on these people's bodies, by the time they've done that for 5 years, must be phenomenal.
Okay, I'll tell you one. I used to get a whole tractor full, whole trailer full. Just, I don't know, 800 bales or so.
Yes.
A lot of bales. And it was down in Winfield. And Wayne Cashman and his wife had a horse that night place, and she was around. And she went in to look at the hay and with him. And he got very annoyed with the way we had stacked it. He didn't think we stacked it right. So he took all 800 bales and threw them out the door. And then he and his brother stood there and threw them all back in. I could not believe it. The muscles on that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, believe it. It was up.
I know.
But it turns out in Canada they have they take hay more seriously. And his family had a hay company, and they had a hay arena that would fit in it.
Yes.
It was a big deal. I was so annoyed when he threw that hay out. Oh, God, how am I going to get the hay back in? And all of a sudden he just threw it back in.
And beautifully stacked.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big job.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a big job.
But it's done for the year, and
400 bales. It's not going to last you all that long.
500. Yeah, well, we're doing really well over there on grass. So I prefer them kind of eating grass at the moment, because I think that's where we want the nutrients to come from, and they're quite happy on it. So we're doing.
That's going to end.
It will end. That's why we've got the hay. So.
And how many bales a day?
We go through about 6 or 7.
6 or 7
in the winter.
Yeah. And that's all you guys at the other end of this.
Yeah.
Sending us the money for that.
Exactly.
Because you can't have horses without it.
No. And that's only one farm. This farm goes through, as you'll know, it goes through hay year round, because there's very little grass.
Yeah.
Which is actually the best way to keep donkeys.
What?
Very little grass.
I don't know if they think so.
Oh, they don't think so. You're quite right. But it's probably better for them than all the lush grass.
I don't know. There was donkeys all loose all today. I've given up trying to figure out what's going on. I don't even pay attention. And then Elvis will walk by.
Right. Yes.
Very strange.
You never know who you're going to meet coming up the driveway.
That's correct.
That much is true.
Well, that's why people like to come here.
Yes.
Because it is a bit casual. I mean, I don't think you're going to find too many places in the United States where they have
a wandering zebu.
Wandering zebu is right. And he is so good. I was talking to Betsy. Betsy has that gift store with all the fancy, fancy glassware and stuff. And I said, after she ever thought of doing a bull in a china shop.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, we kind of did that last year.
At Christmas.
At Christmas time.
Yeah.
She said, she would like to do it again. My concept of trying to hold Elvis in the gift store is, but we could do it.
Yeah. Because he's very unusual.
Yeah.
And he's very even-tempered.
He certainly is. He certainly is.
When Nick's feeding the goats at night time, their evening bottle, and Elvis comes over and he's very curious as to what they're eating. He just stands and he has a little look, and the goats aren't best impressed, but he does like to have a little look and see what they're having.
He's a smart animal.
He is.
It's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, he definitely is, and he's got the personality to match.
Yeah.
He's good fun. And she's nice as well.
He's made friends with Janine, which is a good thing.
Yes, she's very fond of him.
She likes him.
Yeah. He's a nice big thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're having to load him onto the trailer,
I'm told.
and it's roasty toasty hot.
The trailer.
But he's getting much better, because it used to take a whole evening. He's far quicker than that now. Right, let's have a look at these questions. Questions. Right. There we go. Happy birthday to Sizzle. She's 9.
Who?
Sizzle. 9?
9 years old?
Yeah.
Sizzle's a good dog.
She's a very good dog.
Sizzle's a good dog. I tried to explain to her this morning
Yes.
that the other dogs were going to get in that car, and we were going to get in a different car. And it was different, to try and explain that to her. Because she knows this is a no sort of deal. And that this is a time to be excited.
Oh, hello. Oh, you gave me a fright there.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. So you're in charge. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Always.
And, yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
I'm going over to Castle Hill with my friend.
She's going to Castle Hill.
Yeah,
Oh,
with my friend Tori for a while.
where did you get that shirt from?
Gwen,
Oh, because somebody was here looking for a white shirt yesterday.
that was Betsy, and
Betsy.
she found it. This
You
is
found
not
it?
that shirt. This is
That's
Gwen's
that
shirt.
I tried.
Yeah. Hard to keep everybody straight.
Everybody clothed,
Yeah,
I think.
so I will be back later. The only thing I need you to do is to catch the rabbits, because I can do everything else when I
Oh,
get back.
are they outside?
I think so.
How did you manage to get the rabbits outside?
Honestly,
Honestly.
I've lost touch with time today.
That's okay, I'll go grab
You
them.
know what? You know what took so long is the damn ladder project and the
Camera?
camera. And you know why?
Why?
Because the damn goat was trying to kill us both, and we would have had it done in 2 minutes if it wasn't for the
Well, that's
goat.
your favourite goat.
So, all right, bye.
Excellent, enjoy.
I'll be
See
back
you.
later to take care of you. She's gonna give you dinner.
Wonderful.
Elizabeth I got dinner queued up. She's in charge of dinner, and I'll be back later.
Sizzle is 9. Do not shut the door.
Bye.
Don't shut the door.
Don't shut the door.
Yeah, the internet goes out. Honestly, Janine. Oh, the driveway camera had to come down because we were painting the Deagle house.
You painting the deal out?
Yes.
Oh,
So there.
that gray color.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. That's going to wipe out the concept of it being a log home. You had gray
But
log.
the Deagle house was red.
I know, but somebody said you're going to paint the house gray.
It's up to Janine what she wants to do with the houses.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that one that you have painted looks so nice.
Yeah.
The white one.
Yeah. So good.
She said the house is going to be that color.
Well, depends on what she chooses to do.
Yeah. You might point out to her that the log homes are generally brown.
Yes. Well, it's really funny because when she was in Norway, remember when she went to Norway, the log homes are a very dark brown, black.
Really?
It must just be a regional difference or country difference.
Whatever. Whatever.
So that's why the driveway camera was off. It had to be taken off the building for it to be painted.
There you go.
Thank you. Wanda, stay. Wanda. Good girl.
Wanda, you stay here. Wanda, you have to stay here.
I'm so glad it cooled down for us.
Yes.
How are you feeling today?
Me? I'm about the same. I haven't gone up or down. It's certainly been a relief to find out that all of these symptoms I have do match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the one I came up with yesterday?
You're the lantern.
Well, no. It's all that I live, but yesterday I came up with one, like I'm not sleeping or something. And she said that's also
Dilantin.
that's
Yeah.
problem. The Dilan, it's now 38.
Today's at 38.
Last time we tested it was 38.
Right, so it's still got a bit to go down.
Sure.
Quite a bit.
Right. It's supposed to be 10 to 20.
Well, you're just overachieving, so stop it.
I know. I don't know how all that happened. But apparently it got tangled up with the antibiotic and got out of control.
Yeah. I wonder how it managed to get up that high.
Without my noticing.
Well, without them noticing, because they take the blood samples.
They don't, you're right, they don't check the Dilantin every time, but what's amazing to me is all these personality problems that I now have because of the Dilantin.
Yeah.
People were excusing them for an awful long time before anybody noticed the fact that, hey, let's pay attention.
Yeah. Now. For some reason, and this is very bizarre, the questions are coming up okay today.
Was it?
Well, you know, sometimes we only get a few questions, and whatever happens, it doesn't work. Well, don't ask, but today they're working. It's so bizarre. So very bizarre.
Which it looks like, I look like Sizzle's head there.
No, you're right there. See there?
Yeah. What's the head next to me?
Your lamp. Over that side, that's your lamp.
Oh, okay. It looks just like Phil's face.
We will do the chicken pooping as close to the 1st as we can get it. When is the 1st?
What?
When's the 1st of July? What are we on today? It's the 26th today.
26th of June.
Yeah, so we do it round about
30
then.
days past September, April,
June.
in November. So we're only got 30, so we got 4 days in June.
Yeah.
So
So
4 days from now.
it'll be 4 days from now, we think. As long as everything goes to plan. Why did you blow your whistle today?
I needed help. My chair and my walker were too far away. I couldn't reach them, and I had to go. And I couldn't get to them, so I needed help.
There we go. Oh, that's lovely. Carlene, you have friends all over the world.
Good.
it has just started to rain, but you know what? It's not really a problem because it's not desperately cold rain.
Oh,
It's quite refreshing.
is it raining?
Just a little bit.
I like.
Yeah, just a little bit. And in fact, we do actually need rain because the ground is so dry.
Okay, so this is rain.
And it's actually going a bit
It's
crispy.
Senior Life and then the regular local news. So I have a lot of reading to do tonight. I mean, this is a senior life business, and, you know, we should be in there. Except they say at 10 o'clock next Tuesday, we're going to do such and such.
Mm-hmm.
We can't behave like that.
No.
We're, you know, come on along if you're going past. So it's tough.
The rabbits are outside, I think.
Rabbits are outside?
Yeah, I've got to go and get the rabbits in.
Why? You don't think they like to get rained on?
No, they have to go in at night time.
Do what?
They have to go in at night time.
Oh,
They get put to bed.
okay.
You know, 63 degrees, it's delightful. It is a touch damp. I think we're okay with that email, Linda. Thank you.
What are we doing?
79% humidity. Bah humbug. Yuck. I don't like humidity.
Children charity at the play.
Yep, Nick will have put the yard cam back up. Oh, there's Nick.
There goes your husband.
I know. He's away to the trash. Oh, he's away to feed his babies. He loves those
He makes
rabbits.
many trips in a day to that dumpster.
He's away off to feed his goats.
Who?
His goat babies.
Goats,
Yeah.
okay.
He loves those goats. You know what? The hay, we don't actually have problems getting the hay. And I'm not sure if the tariffs are, I don't think there's tariffs on hay quite yet.
So there's a what?
I don't think there are tariffs on the price of hay yet. Tariffs.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think they're on yet. Tariffs.
Tariff.
Yes.
Tariff.
Yes. I don't.
Trump stuff.
Yes. I don't think there's any on hay quite yet.
It's gotten awfully expensive.
Yeah. Well. Yes.
I mean, it went from $8 to $16 pretty quick.
Yeah, the hay that came in yesterday, we're very fortunate. Meredith has another farm, Connor's farm in Massachusetts, that they prepare the hay fields, they cut the hay, they dry the hay, and then they bale it. And part of the arrangement that Meredith has with Connors is that they give us 500 bales of hay every year, which is exceptionally fortunate for us, and we very much appreciate it, and it is lovely hay. Now, that hay technically is to cover the hay that the alpacas and the sheep eat over the course of a year, but obviously instead of having the hay just hanging around getting dusty, what we do is we feed it out across the farm, and it goes to all the animals, and then the hay, once we run out of the Meredith hay, then we purchase hay and maintain the whole farm that way as well. So that's what happens with that hay, but we greatly appreciate it, and it is beautiful hay. Yes, there is a hay elevator. The problem, you can use a hay elevator if it's going up in the air, but this hay doesn't go up in the air. This hay goes into the same level, so it gets carried from the hay tractors, which are these great big carriages that carry about 200 bales of hay each, and it comes from there. It's thrown off from there onto the ground, and we pick it up and we take it into the barn and we stack it in the barn. And it's all on one level. So
what made you think they can't be used on one level?
Well, firstly, we don't have one, and secondly, it's such a narrow. It's quicker doing it that way because you'd be running it that way. You know, you have to lift it on and then take it off. We may as well take it from at the tractor and just walk it round. You know, I'm not sure what we would be saving time-wise.
I've taken it off the other end, and I've been very glad to have it delivered to me.
Yes. Exactly. So that's what we do.
Hay is a big item.
It is a very big item.
It's a big item.
It's a big job.
Sure it is.
You know?
Well, you have to appreciate these people
Yes.
in days gone by, shall we say, where they really were totally dependent on getting that in the barn quick before something happens to it.
Yeah, exactly. And we weren't sure whether or not the radar was showing rain yesterday.
What happened?
The radar was showing rain yesterday.
Was it?
So we knew that if we didn't get this in, we would be kicking ourselves, because the problem is with that amount of hay, you can't put it up damp, because then you get mold and you lose it. So
Fire.
So we were desperate to get it in before it rained.
Yeah.
And that's why I went this morning to go and get all the straggly bits of hay in before it was damp, because you know you don't want to waste any of it. So there we are.
That's a big long question.
Oh, that was just talking about the hay elevator,
Oh, okay.
what it was called. There we go. Now. Good golly. I think the White House is going to be white. This house is going to be painted white, isn't it?
What's it?
This house, you're wanting painted white.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I thought Janine said you wanted it white.
Maybe she does. I don't know.
I've actually got a video of the Deagle house to send, so I'll post that later. Right, where are we? Do you still have a PT coming? Your physical therapist?
Yes.
There you go. Yes, indeed, we do.
She comes once a week now.
Yes. You can have a tour once it's finished. It's not quite finished yet. It is a paper cutter.
What?
That's your paper cutter.
The paper cutter, yes.
Tuesday is July the 1st. Yes. 6 months until Christmas.
How much?
6 months.
Okay,
Gosh.
we'll try.
If we're spared. Oh, I'm not sure.
Can you hear a whistle sort of noise?
I think it's your CPAP. Is it the CPAP?
Could be. I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay. Ah, is that better?
No, not the noise I was listening to.
Okay. Oh gosh, Pat, I don't know about that. Nick certainly does love his kids. He's there every day. And we get a full report on them when he comes back to the house.
What happened?
I'm talking about Nick. Every time he's been down to feed the goats, he comes back and gives you a full report on what the goats did. Oh.
I like it when he stops in and tells me, because at least...
Yeah, he comes in to check you about 9 o'clock every night, whether you like it or not.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alright, I'm just looking to see if there's any more questions. Oh. Take that into account, obviously, Fugan. The wood needs to be protected, which is why we'll paint it.
What?
We need to paint the wood so it's protected from the weather.
Oh.
There we are. That's us for this evening.
That's it for the evening?
For the evening, yes.
Oh, wow.
Time for dinner.
Time for dinner.
Excellent. Nothing better.
Time for dinner. Okay, I'll take it.
So we'll be back tomorrow.
Huh?
We'll be back tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
It says Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Okay. See you soon.